Would you believe that behind that creamy foam or those refreshing ice cubes there could be fecal bacteria, traces of rodents, or a mountain of sugar quietly wrecking your health? Hello everyone. At our age, health is our greatest wealth, but shocking recent investigations in the UK have exposed some terrifying truths about the major coffee chains we trust every day. In today's video, we're going to call out 8 famous names that topped the blacklist for hygiene and food safety in the UK, places you should avoid at all costs. But don't lose heart just yet. At the end of this video, I'll reveal 2 hidden gems, the rare coffee chains that still maintain integrity, cleanliness, and are absolutely worth your visit for a worry-free experience. Now, let's kick things off with a global giant everyone knows, but the dirty secret hiding in their ice cubes will make your skin crawl.
1. Starbucks. First on our list is Starbucks, a name you see on almost every corner. But did you know that a BBC watchdog investigation left the entire UK in shock? Experts tested samples and found that the ice at Starbucks contained fecal coliform bacteria. That's 3 out of every 10 samples testing positive. This isn't just a minor slip-up, it's a massive breakdown in basic hygiene protocols. It gets worse. A London branch was fined £12,000 for a severe rat infestation. Imagine this, environmental health officers reported a pungent smell of rats right next to the brewing equipment and food storage. It's hard to swallow that from a premium brand, isn't it? For those of us watching our health, the sugar content in their drinks is a total nightmare. A single venti white chocolate mocha contains nearly 60 grams of sugar. That's double the recommended daily limit in just 1 cup. As for the taste, many long-time coffee lovers complain that their beans are over-roasted, resulting in a burnt, bitter flavor. On Trustpilot, you'll find plenty of reviews calling their coffee dreadful and as bitter as charcoal. Now, if you think Starbucks' 3 out of 10 contamination rate was bad, brace yourself. The next coffee chain on our list has a shocker that's more than double that figure.
2. Costa Coffee. If Starbucks' 3 out of 10 rating worried you, wait until you hear about Costa Coffee. In that same BBC investigation, a staggering 7 out of 10 ice samples at Costa contained fecal bacteria. That was the highest rate among all chains tested, pointing to a massive failure in staff hand-washing or ice-making hygiene. And it's not just bacteria. In September, Costa issued an emergency recall for a range of sandwiches and wraps because they were suspected to contain small stones. Imagine grabbing a quick lunch only to face a serious choking hazard. The Food Standards Agency, FSA, had to step in with a red alert, labeling these products unfit for consumption. Most heartbreaking of all was a fatal allergic reaction involving a 13-year-old girl. She passed away after drinking a hot chocolate that was served with cow's milk instead of the soy milk requested. This tragic mistake exposed a severe lack of training and risk management within their system. As for the experience, many customers complain that despite the high prices, Costa uses cheap Robusta beans that make the coffee taste harsh and bitter. If you check Trustpilot, you'll see a recurring theme of dirty tables and neglected restrooms across many of their locations. Negligence in protocol can lead to irreversible consequences. Coming up at number 3, we have another brand that shared the BBC's bacterial blacklist, but this time the story involves some 4-legged uninvited guests running around the kitchen.
3. Caffè Nero. The third name on our list is Caffè Nero. Unfortunately, this brand didn't escape the BBC's investigation either. Much like Starbucks, 3 out of every 10 ice samples tested positive for fecal coliform bacteria. This highlights a hidden risk even in the simplest parts of the process, like the ice machines or the brewing equipment.
Even more concerning is a recent incident from October 2025, where a Narrow branch in Belfast was fined £4,000. Why? Inspectors found rat droppings right in the kitchen and even near the customer seating areas. Staff members even reported seeing rats running through the kitchen. While this might be an isolated case, it raises serious red flags about the chain's overall pest control and management. On review sites, many loyal customers have started noticing a decline in standards. There are frequent complaints about tiny flies buzzing around, sticky tables, and overworked staff who simply can't keep up with basic cleaning. If you think rats and bacteria are bad enough, brace yourself for the next name. This is a chain that looks incredibly fresh and healthy, but their past mistakes led to tragic, deadly consequences, so severe that they actually forced the UK government to change the law.
4. Pret-a-manger. The next name on our list is perhaps the most haunting for anyone dealing with food allergies, Pret-a-manger. This brand sent shockwaves through the UK after being linked to 2 tragic deaths. 15-year-old Natasha passed away because of a baguette containing sesame seeds that lacked a warning label. Then came Celia Marsh, who died after eating a vegan wrap that was cross-contaminated with dairy protein. These fatal oversights were so severe they led to the creation of Natasha's Law, a national mandate requiring full allergen labeling on all pre-packaged foods. While Pret has since overhauled its procedures, these dark chapters in its history still leave many people feeling uneasy about their safety standards. Do you really buy into their freshly prepared everyday slogan? In reality, Pret has faced accusations of using pre-processed items with long shelf lives instead of making everything from scratch on site. Some former employees even went as far as calling it rat-a-manger, claiming that chronic understaffing led to poor hygiene and even rodent droppings in the ingredients. While they remain a popular choice for people on the go, these hidden issues serve as a reminder that convenience can sometimes come with a hidden cost. Pret was a lesson in labeling, but the next chain on our list will leave you speechless. At this place, the rodents didn't even bother to hide. They were caught on camera strolling across the pastry displays in broad daylight.
5. Patisserie Valerie. If you're a fan of Patisserie Valerie for their beautiful cakes, you might want to think twice after what happened at their Holborn branch in London. A customer's video captured live rats brazenly running across the pastry display counters. What's even more disturbing than the rats themselves was the staff's reaction. When questioned, an employee casually admitted, "We have lots of rats, the traps are set everywhere." This nonchalant attitude suggests that this wasn't just a one-time fluke, but a deep-seated systemic issue that management had been ignoring for a long time. Although the chain later apologized, performed a deep clean and hired professional pest control, the image of those rodents crawling over the food is hard to forget. For people in our age group, consuming food contaminated by pests poses a serious risk of dangerous diseases. A high-end bakery has no excuse for such abysmal hygiene standards. From sweet pastries to French-style dining, it seems poor hygiene doesn't discriminate. Next up, we're looking at a famous restaurant cafe chain that was once slapped with a 0-star hygiene rating because they kept their cutting boards right next to rat droppings. 6. Café Rouge. Café Rouge is known for its romantic French ambiance, but it might make your skin crawl to know that their South Bank branch in London once received a 0 out of 5 hygiene rating, the lowest possible score. Inspectors discovered rat droppings on the very shelves where cutting boards were stored. Just imagine the boards used to prepare your food sitting right next to rodent waste. It's an inexcusable level of negligence. Beyond the rodents, their operational procedures were a food safety disaster.
Staff were caught handling raw eggs immediately after washing their hands, or even worse, food tongs were found stored in locker room sinks. Several locations even lacked hot water for cleaning and had dead insects scattered throughout the kitchen. While the parent company claims to have fixed these issues, these images have permanently placed Café Rouge on many diners' caution lists. Negligence in a major restaurant is scary enough, but would you believe that even in places like train stations and hospitals, where cleanliness should be a top priority, there are coffee kiosks being called dirty and dilapidated by their very own staff?
7. AMT coffee. Have you ever grabbed a quick coffee at a kiosk in a train station or hospital just to catch your ride? Those are often AMT coffee locations. While they don't get as much press heat as the big giants, the confessions from their own employees on sites like Glassdoor are enough to give you second thoughts. Staff members describe the kiosks as dirty, dilapidated, and poorly maintained, claiming that management rarely cares about basic upkeep. When the very people making your drink every day tell you their workspace isn't clean, can you really feel safe taking that first sip? Many customers have taken to TripAdvisor to complain about their cup lids smelling strongly of cleaning chemicals, a clear sign that basic hygiene steps are being rushed or handled carelessly. While there haven't been headline-grabbing poisoning cases yet, this cumulative negligence is a serious hidden risk for our health, especially since the coffee itself is mediocre at best. While dilapidated kiosks are bad enough, the final entry on our blacklist is a newcomer from Canada. Despite only recently expanding into the UK, they've already managed to leave a permanent stain on their reputation by sending a toddler to the emergency room.
8. Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons, the Canadian coffee and fast food giant, recently expanded into the UK, faced a major safety scandal just 2 months after opening its Merry Hill location. The outlet received a dismal 2 out of 5 hygiene rating and was legally barred from serving customers with allergies following a severe anaphylactic shock incident involving an 18-month-old child. Despite the family explicitly informing staff of the child's nut allergy, employees failed to consult the required allergy documentation. They served a meal that triggered a life-threatening reaction, resulting in the child's emergency hospitalization. Health inspectors confirmed the location lacked adequate allergy management protocols and that staff were severely undertrained. Authorities mandated the store stop serving any allergic customers until their procedures were completely overhauled. While Tim Hortons UK called the incident a serious lesson, the scandal severely tarnished the brand's reputation for safety from the outset. Tim Hortons is notorious for sugary signature drinks like the iced cap. A large Oreo iced cap contains a staggering amount of sugar, exceeding the recommended daily intake for several days in a single serving. Nutritionists in North America warn that their menu is just as calorie-dense as any traditional fast food chain. Due to critical operational risks, allergy mismanagement, and long-term health concerns, excessive sugar content, Tim Hortons is classified as a high-risk chain for consumers. After uncovering the brands that compromise our health, let's pivot to the industry leaders who are actually doing it right. Here are the gold standards for quality and safety.
1. Greggs. While primarily known as a budget-friendly bakery, Greggs has evolved into a dominant coffee destination in the UK. According to Market Force industry surveys, it consistently ranks in the top 3 most loved coffee shops. Consumers frequently vote Greggs as the absolute leader in value for money, outperforming competitors in food quality, service speed, and healthy menu options. Greggs boasts an impeccable safety record, with no major hygiene scandals in recent years. Their success lies in a centralized operational model. Most products are prepared in a master facility and only baked on site following strict protocols. This hub-and-spoke system minimizes contamination risks, resulting in the vast majority of locations earning a 5-star or very good hygiene rating from local authorities. Traditionally not known for coffee, Greggs has significantly raised the bar by switching to fair trade certified beans and high-performance espresso machines. The results speak for themselves. Many UK consumers now famously claim Greggs coffee is better than Starbucks at half the price. While it may not be specialty coffee, it proves that a budget chain can still deliver high-quality essentials. Handling a massive volume of daily customers requires disciplined hygiene. Greggs maintains clear protocols, such as pristine display cases and staff always using gloves. Unlike many global chains, negative press regarding unsanitary conditions is virtually non-existent, building deep public trust in the brand's reliability. By balancing affordability with uncompromising safety and taste, Greggs has captured both the market and consumer hearts. It stands as a prime example of a brand that delivers on the high-quality, low-cost promise without cutting corners on health.
2. Coffee No. 1. Coffee No. 1 is a premier mid-sized chain, roughly 100 locations, that has earned legendary status for its beverage quality and atmosphere. It is a 5-time consecutive winner of the Best Coffee Chain UK award from the Beverage Service Association, BSA. Often called the Oscars of the coffee industry, these accolades reflect the brand's unwavering consistency in providing a high-end, professional and cozy customer experience. The brand is celebrated for its artisanal approach, using 100% fair trade Arabica beans and organic fresh milk. To ensure a transparent and high-quality supply chain, the founders have historically visited coffee farms in Costa Rica and India personally. This farm-to-cup dedication ensures a signature flavor profile that remains consistent across all locations, complemented by a curated selection of premium pastries. Unlike massive global chains, Coffee No. 1 invests heavily in barista excellence programs. Every location is staffed by highly trained professionals who prioritize both hospitality and technical skill. The BSA judges specifically highlighted the immaculate and organized state of their brewing stations and seating areas. To date, the chain has an unblemished food safety record, further cementing public trust. Despite being acquired by the Cafe Nero Group, Coffee No. 1 has successfully maintained its local identity and community soul. By choosing a slow and steady expansion strategy, they avoid the operational lapses and safety risks often associated with rapid franchising. This focus on being a local neighborhood hangout has turned many branches into beloved community landmarks. Coffee No. 1 represents the ideal balance of clean, high-quality ingredients, expert staff, and a welcoming environment. It stands as a masterclass in the UK coffee scene, a model of how a brand can maintain elite standards and consumer safety in a fiercely competitive market.
Choosing your daily coffee is about more than just caffeine. It's about your health, safety, and the transparency of the brands you support. From the high sugar risks of global giants to the award-winning standards of local gems, we've seen that price doesn't always dictate quality. Always look beyond the logo, check hygiene ratings, and prioritize brands that value transparency and clean ingredients. Your health is your greatest investment. Which of these brands surprised you the most? Have you had a great or terrible experience at any of these shops? Drop a comment below and share your story. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the products you use every day. Thank you so much for watching or reading and for being part of our community. Your support helps us bring more transparency to the market. See you in the next one.